In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily play a melodic minor scale. So for today's example, I'm just going to show you how to play the melodic minor scale on G, which is probably the easiest melodic minor scale that you can play on the violin. However, I'm also going to show you the finger pattern for the melodic minor scale. So if you memorize this pattern, you can actually play a melodic minor scale starting on any pitch. And knowing your scales is great because it gives you a great thing to warm up with, and it'll help you play a lot more in tune as a player. So let's get to it. Okay, so first of all, what does the melodic minor scale sound like starting on the G string? Now, there's three different kinds of minor scales that you can play. There's natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. Now, I've already done a video on natural minor. Perhaps my next video will be on harmonic minor. So melodic minor is probably the most complicated of all the minor scales that you can play because it's different going down than it is going up. So most scales are exactly the same going up as they are going down. It's the same pitches, but not a melodic minor. It's actually a little bit different going down than going up. So I'll play it again. Okay, so I think the easiest way for me to teach any person, regardless of skill level, how to play a melodic minor scale is to talk to you about scale degrees, okay? So scale degrees are numbers that are associated with every pitch of a scale, right? So if you're playing, let's say, A minor scale, A is scale degree 1, B is scale degree 2, C is scale degree 3, and so on and so forth. So if you're playing a G melodic minor scale, G is scale degree 1, A, because remember it goes in a musical scale, you know, after G you go back to A, right? So G is scale degree 1, A is scale degree 2, C is scale degree 3, and so on and so forth, right? So remember, in a scale, most scales will either have a half step or a whole step, right? And half step just means if you're looking at your fingers, a half step, your fingers will touch most of the time, and a whole step, your fingers will have a space between them. It's about that simple. So if you can memorize where the half steps are, that's the pattern, right? Then you can play a melodic minor scale starting on any pitch as long as you know where the half steps are. Where do your fingers touch and where do they not touch, okay? So here's me playing the melodic minor scale starting on G. Scale degree 1, scale degree 2. Now here's that half step to scale degree 3. See my fingers touching? Scale degree 4, whole step. Scale degree 5, whole step. Scale degree 6, whole step. Scale degree 7, whole step. And then scale degree 8, half step. So I got those two half steps, right? Right there between 2 and 3. And 7 and 8, right? But going down, I'm going to have a half step between 5 and 6. So that means I'm going to lower my 7 and lower my 6, okay? So now, instead of my fingers looking like this, I'm going to move that second finger down and move that first finger down. So now I have two whole steps going down. Then there's that half step between 2 and 3. Okay, so I'll do it again. So going up, whole step, half step. Now I'm going to lower those two fingers to create that half step between 5 and 6. Right? Now, once you get comfortable with that pattern, now you can play that melodic minor pattern starting on your other open strings. So now let's play a melodic minor scale starting on the D string. probably my favorite melodic, or my favorite minor scale, because it just sounds cool. So now let's do it on the A, right? Right? Okay, so once you get comfortable playing the melodic minor pattern, starting on all your open strings, then of course you can just do a 2 octave instead of 1 octave, right? So that means 16 notes instead of 8, right? Or you can learn the pattern on starting on a different pitch. So let's say we want to start with first finger, okay? So let's say we want to start a first finger on the G string, which is an A. So scale degree 1, scale degree 2, scale degree 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's that half step. Now we're going to lower it on the way down. So half step, half step. Now whole step going down, whole step. So that was an A melodic minor scale. Now I can do it on the D string. Or starting on the A string. Okay, so it's that simple. Now, there's a lot of ways to think about how to play a melodic minor scale. Now, I'm just teaching a method that anybody can understand regardless of your skill level, because everybody can understand, scale degrees, the concept of scale degrees, and putting half steps in between particular scale degrees, right? But if you're a, if you're a formally trained musician and you know your key signatures, well, then you may not think of a scale necessarily this way. You might just think of it as, pitches, or whether if you have flats or sharps. So if you have G minor scale, you have 2 flats. If you have an A minor scale, you have no sharps or flats. If you have, whatever's, right? So if you know your key signatures, then that would change perhaps how you think about the scales to some extent. But using this method that I just showed you, really anybody at any skill level can figure out how to play a melodic minor scale starting on any pitch. So I really hope this helps. And just here's a quick tip that I'll give you guys. Remember when you're playing your scales to keep your fingers down. Ironically, that method works less well on this scale since you're going down differently than going up. But as a general rule, remember with your scales, you want to keep your fingers down. You do not want to pick them up unless you have to pick them up. Why? Because if you pick your fingers up, you're creating 2 motions instead of 1, right? So if I was to play a scale and pick my finger up every time, right? I'm having to put my finger down and then pick it up. That's 2 motions. But if you keep your finger down, right, that's 1 motion, right? Then it's going to be a lot more efficient, and it's going to make it so you can play a lot faster because your fingers are already down. So if you're playing like your typical major scale, right, if your fingers are already down, it's a lot easier to play those fingers on the way down if you're not picking them up. And there's a lot of other benefits as well. So I hope this video helps. And remember, if you have any questions, just put them down in the comments section. I answer pretty much all the comments that I get. And of course, you can always contact me through not only YouTube, but Instagram, Facebook. You can message me, DM me, whatever. I get back to most people. And give me some ideas on some videos that I can do. So I did this video today because somebody requested it. So cool, right? So give me some more ideas. And don't forget that also at Kennedy Violins, we have a contest going on right now where you can win a brand new Renee Nicolette violin outfit. All you gotta do is submit a 1-minute video to either Instagram or Facebook, and you win a brand new outfit. You just, if you're a Kennedy Violins customer, if you have good experience with us, just do a fun video, whatever, creative, play something, and you can win a brand new violin outfit. Pretty slick. Just check it out. The rules are on our website and of course on Instagram and Facebook. So that's about it. I hope you guys have a great week. See you later.